Podcast number 1.
Hey, we finally here.
Mama, we made it.
We here, mama. We going to Disneyland.
Not to Disney.
Why would everybody, they do something special there? We going to Disneyland.
Oh, no. I guess it's a thrill, man. I don't know.
Hey, we like thrills around here.
No, yeah, I like thrillers. Yeah, I like thrillers.
Michael
Everything
Jackson thriller.
Movie thriller. You know what I'm talking about?
I do,
Bedroom thriller. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, man.
But yeah, podcast number 1, folks. Welcome.
We finally here.
This one's on research and readiness. I know one thing for certain, and what is that? One thing for sure, 2 things for certain.
That's what I hear.
I'm sure you had to do some research on this, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, for sure.
So you know what I mean? So yeah.
Gotta have the research, man. And you gotta be ready for it. You know what I mean? A lot of times, man, we have these opportunities that present themselves before us, man, and we just not ready for them. We made it there, we did the research, but we didn't put the practice in to be prepared when it was right in front of us.
Ooh, you know what that sound like?
What that sound like?
That sound like the great idea phase. You know what I'm saying? It's a great idea. You know what I mean? We talk about this a lot, right? A lot of great ideas we had that we not in a position to take advantage of. You know what I mean? And look at it now that we took action, we did research, we ready now with time has come, right? So.
And it's most important that we gotta be ready, man. Kind of like the intro was saying, man, with the times today, economy fluctuating up and down, no great jobs out there. It's very hard for entrepreneurs trying to make it out here, especially when you're trying to do things by yourself, possibly no funding, and things of that nature, man. But what I have found out is no matter how hard things are,
what's that?
When you research and you're ready for something,
what happened?
Anything can happen.
Anything.
Possibility.
Speak that on that, my brother. Speak on that. Because, if you think about it, I know we talked about this before, and like with Sears not rolling along with the role model and not changing with it, and they lost that, you know what I mean? Blockbusters, you got to get all the times, like everything digital, technology, like you said, and if you don't change, I think we have another thing we also say together is, change or be changed. It's a funnel system out there, and it make a lot of sense. Like if you like a lot of cyber security, I hear a lot of people talking about that because that's the way things is picking up, and technology and things are becoming prevalent other times. Are the degrees that I got 10 years ago, can it hold up now? You know what I mean? So I think we got to be ever evolving.
Because the world's evolving constantly. Things are just changing. Yeah. By the hour, man. I'm not gonna even say by the day no more. You know what I mean? So if you ain't keeping up, you ain't keeping up. You know what I'm saying? So it's important we keep up, man, because not only is the technology moving fast, but it's making it easier for us to do things that we want to do. Just think about 10 years ago when we was doing music or whatnot, how the cost of doing business at that particular time was compared to now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
So,
man, that's really deep. That's really deep that you say that, man, because there's really no excuses now, right? We got AI. You know what I'm saying? They got stuff that can do stuff for you that we didn't have back 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And even on that tip, you know what I mean? It's like there's no excuses for us now to why we can't get something done. There's AI that can write business plans. It's, you know what I mean? So, but are we ready to execute them? And I think that's one of the part of the readiness is the execution part. We speak big on execution, man, and we big on that right now. You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, man. Having a plan, man, like, have a plan, know what you want to do, lay it out, map it out, and it makes it easier for you to reach the goal that you're trying to reach. Just going at it blindly, hey, it's going to happen, I'm just going to do it, I got this great idea, I don't know how, but it's going to work. Let me just spend money on this, or let me just waste time on this because I just feel it's going to work. And that's all cool, and sometimes that does work. But what surely works is doing research, being ready, looking up the opportunities that's best for you, researching the product that you're trying to sell, researching the literature that you're trying to learn.
The
you know
companies you're applying that you want to work for. You may not be working at them right now, right?
Of course.
So you got to do research on the companies that you want to, work at or create yourself, right? Especially that.
Man, one of the big things for me, man, when I was doing interviews, man, that a lot of the recruiters liked a lot, man, was me researching the company before I come in. Me telling them great things that the company has already done. You know what I'm saying? So that lets them know, hey, this guy been doing some researching. You know what I'm saying? He cares about what he's doing. He's trying to be knowledgeable about the industry he's trying to get into. That's a plus. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're not just applying. You're applying yourself, right?
It's all about applying yourself, man. You said something then. He ain't lying.
Don't just apply yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? We can't just, like you said, we can't just go throwing darts blindfolded hoping we hit the bullseye. It might work.
Let me duck now. Y'all throwing
Hold
darts.
on, here you go, right? But you gotta try, you know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes you can win shooting in the dark. But this is one thing I do know, Hodge. One thing I do know is that if I'm looking for something in my room, I probably can find the light on easier than I can with the light off. So meaning, turn your light on, do your research, cast that. Are you aware of all things you need to know, whatever that you're getting prepared for? It might be getting prepared for a meal. It ain't got to be so deep, it's career changing. How many times you ever came home and tried to cook something and you missing that one ingredient that you need, but cook it anyway, and it ain't the same.
All the time, shoot. Today, matter of fact, I'm just playing, but yeah, man.
So yeah, but I think the big thing we always say that the point on that is really if you like they say, if you fail to plan and you plan to fail. Bottom line.
Man, that line, man, is going to be here for centuries, man, because it's so simple, but it's like so plain out there for you to understand, simplified. If you don't understand that, I don't know. You know what I mean?
You ain't lying.
That way. But yeah, man, just happy, man, that we got this platform, man, where we can just talk about different things, man. As far as like researching,
right?
You know what I'm saying, being ready.
I would like to kind of segue back, kind of circle back to where you was doing those interviews, man. I'm a witness, man. I seen you, bro. I came and visited you. You was in Georgia. And came to visit you, and man, I walked in and I thought this man had a crime lab, or he trying to track down a killer or something.
Man.
Get prepared for these interviews. I promise y'all. If y'all could have seen this room he had set up, man, I'm talking about he had it mapped out. He had strings lined to different things, and man, I'm talking about this dude was ready for his interview, and that speaks, that's full circle now in the conversation, and speak on a little bit more of that, you know what I'm saying? And I know you spoke a little bit, but just being ready and you know what I'm saying, what difference did it make?
For me, man, I'm just gonna tell you, man, I hate not being ready. Like, have you ever been put on the spot to do something, at work, at church, with your homies?
When your lady ain't ready.
When your lady ain't ready, whatever. You just on the spot and you ain't prepared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm the type of person I hate not being prepared, man. So an interview or anything that was important to me that I'm trying to succeed in, I took the dedicated time to learn all of the information. So when you talk about it looking like a crime scene in my room, it actually did. I have information on the company up. I have interview questions up. I have scenario questions up. You know, and at the same time, I'm watching YouTube videos on
with a headset in.
One in, one out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we gotta do, we gonna get this money.
Ready.
We gonna get this money. You know what I'm saying? So, just a person like me, man, who I'm not gonna say I've had the most or the best opportunities in life, but I did make some great opportunities for myself, and I still am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, I can relate to that. I mean, even my sister here recently, not to put a business out there, nothing, man, but she did another career change, and man, she's probably said she put about 3,000 applications, man. Sheesh. Like, Man, but but she did a lot of research on the job that she wanted, you know what I mean? And through that, whatever, how many ever, if, it was, she got the interview she wanted, and guess what? She was ready after doing the research and where she want to do, because it's really important to where she works now versus what she's doing, and not necessarily what or who she's working for. The money doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? I ain't, speaking for her, but just from my perspective, and I look up to that, you know what I'm saying, that she was ready. I admire that in you and her, that, you know what I'm saying, when you went and knocked on the door, you know what I'm saying, when they open it up, you're ready to enter and give and do the best, and and things of that nature. So
I'm just saying, if you ain't ready, the next person is. You know what I'm saying? So
ouch.
You want to make that. You want to make that super impression.
Hold on. Rewind selector. Rewind. Bring that back one more time, homie.
I said, if you ain't ready, the next person for sure is.
Ooh, if you ain't heard nothing on this podcast, I hope y'all heard that.
Man, listen, if y'all want to pack that up and take it with you, take that one with you. You know what I'm saying?
That on t-shirt,
but for real though, you know what I mean?
T-shirt work.
You look at it like this, man. We all want to be successful out here. You know what I'm saying? We all doing the research. We all preparing ourselves to get ready. But it's 100, maybe 1 million people trying to get to that same goal and that same dream. You know what I mean? So
you got to research your competitors. I know when I was in management, working at a quick service restaurant, McDonald's, when I was working there, like, we had to go survey Wendy's. I had to go check them out. I had to go to their drive-thru. So doing research and being ready for your competition, whew, that's a whole nother thing, Hodge. I really didn't think about that until really now, just that you bringing it, and be getting ready for this and prepared for this podcast. I didn't think about that, man. That's how much we should be ready for the people that not necessarily that we want to work for or what we're trying to do, but, who do we stack up against? And are we ready? Does our resume and does our, application, match to our competitors? That's something to think about, ain't it, man? Like, man, so, but you gotta understand that too. Who am I up against, right? Because right now I'm graduating, right? So
congratulations on that.
Appreciate it. I graduated this month. Thank you, sir. And part of that is just being ready for the career I wanted to do. And one of the things we're looking at now is, you know what I'm saying, how do you stack up, how does your resume and portfolio stack up against your competition? Like, you know what I'm saying, you got to, you know what I'm saying, either you stand in with them or you standing out. You know what I mean? Because
somebody definitely going to stand out. And that somebody needs to be you. That somebody need to be us. So that was my approach to the interviews or anything else in life I was trying to succeed in. Like, shoot, how am I going to stand out? I mean, it's 50 people, 100 people, maybe 1,000 people trying to do the same thing, right? I'm going to have to figure out a way to do it a little bit different and a little bit better. I got to stand out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
And again, that's researching your competitor, kind of like you said, and being ready again.
Yeah.
We ready.
Right. I think sometimes too, man, it's almost like we take for granted these things sometimes. Like we take for granted the weather outside. You went outside thinking, you had some outside activities or something. You might have something planned, but man, you didn't look at the weather today. And guess what? It got a probable chance of raining, but you didn't do your research.
Stepped out in your shorts and your sandals on.
You know what I'm saying? Your wife beater. You know what I'm saying? No umbrella. You ain't prepared. You know what I mean? So you got your shoes that you don't want to get your feet wet in. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared. You know what I'm saying?
All you had to do is a little research, man. Let me just open up the app. Let me open up my weather app, see what the weather doing today. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, and even and knowing that too, knowing that you just can't predict the future, but you can be prepared for it. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Preparation is everything, man.
Prep. Everything.
Think of all scenarios. Try to prep yourself for it. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the world now, man, where anything could happen at any time. Possibly. I remember my father, God bless his soul, you know what I'm saying, used to say, you're in a generation, you're going to see some things. And my boy, when I tell you, I done seen some things. And I know there's more things to come. So I'm just trying to be ready, trying to be prepared. You know
That's it. Just be prepared, be ready. It's our due diligence. I think we sell ourselves short sometimes when we don't. You know what I'm saying? When we don't, but we expecting something else and wonder why we ain't getting the results that we want to get is because we're not, putting the results in that we want to get the results out. You know what I mean? So
definitely not doing ourselves a service, man. And then, we jump out there, we like, hey, I got this great idea, and it's probably the most amazing idea ever, right? But then we just jump out there, man, and when it don't happen the way we want it to happen, then now we upset and that dream is dead. You know what I'm saying? And instead of just jumping out right away, taking a few months to research what it is you want to do, how the business is ran, you know what I'm saying? And have a better understanding. So it's easier for you to reach your goal. Kind of like, I was saying earlier, man. It's just that simple. Small steps make big results.
Ooh, man, you said something, and that one always stuck with me, man. Always. Yeah. Small changes bring big results. Man. Always, yeah. You just gotta, and I think it's about failing forward. I think it's about researching your failure. Don't be done. Why did you fail? Maybe it's something that you can do different next time, and then why not try again if that's just the case? If it was on you to do something different, why not just do it? Research your failures. Be ready for your failures.
Man, let me tell you. Tell you about failure, man.
Talk to me, Hodge.
Man, that's how you get better. Like, think of some of the greats in the world. I'm not gonna name them all, but I'm sure they failed a few times before they made whatever transition or transpiring life that they wanted to happen. You know what I mean? Anything, man, you want to do, is possible in life. Because just think of man, like buildings, cars, planes, whatever. It was all in the mind first before it came out. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we think in the mind, absolutely, it's been proven over and over again that we can make it happen in real life. But how do we get there? We have to have a plan. We have to research, and we have to be ready when that time comes.
Gotta be ready. Yeah, facts. And you gotta take shots too, you know what I'm saying? So part of that process is taking shots and missing, and know it's okay to miss and get your, but you know what I'm saying? If you miss hard, get your own rebound. Like, just don't miss and know you're gonna miss and ain't no follow up.
Come on
if
now.
You know you're gonna miss, then why you take the shot? You understand? Like, you gotta be ready on that part. So even when we want to come down, we say take these shots, but even know you're ready to take the shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's okay, but then I think I heard it best. Somebody say it too was, sometimes we think we're a 10 when we're really a 6 or a 7. You know what I mean? And when we're not prepared, we put ourselves, ahead of where we think we really are. And when that 10 storm comes through, when we're really a 6 or 7, we don't survive it, and we get tore down because we're not ready for it yet. We miss a lot of steps, to getting prepared for it and even experiencing it. If it don't work, try something different. It don't mean you gotta quit. That's the only time failure really happens, is when you quit. That's the only time we fail, is when we quit, man.
Yeah, man. If we don't fail, then we won't know what we need to do or what we need not to do the next time.
Research,
you know what I mean?
Research your failures, yes, sir.
Man, that way again, man.
We coming to the close of podcast number 1.
Hey, we ain't talking about it, man. We being about it.
Right. Execution, bringing it back around the big circle before we cap this off. Man, okay, that's fine. Do your research. You know what I'm saying? Be ready.
Apply that research.
Got to execute. Execution. Ain't no good at having no plan if you ain't gonna do it.
And before we go, man, in the words of the homie T.I., hit the button.